Good morning YouTube, welcome back to RuskiWeldFab, Donington Park, round 6 of time attack. Let's see what we can do today. That's a good one! Alright, so the car is ready. I have an army of supporters and helpers today. Tony, Eddie, Rob, Jacob. There's a bunch of people helping out. I think Eddie is sitting there trying to see for size if he actually fits in the car, or probably trying to figure out what all those buttons on the steering wheel do. So if you watched my videos before, you probably know we're running a bit more power, we're running a bit more torque. It runs better. So I don't know, a lot of people ask me, like, oh, what's your goal? What do you want to get time-wise? I don't know. In testing about a year ago, I've done 118 here at Donington Park. So I guess anything below that to improve personal best is a good result. So we'll see what happens. Just as always, ultimate goal is to drive this by itself onto the trailer so we don't break it. But yeah, let's get kitted up because I think the club classes are about to go out. In about 15 minutes, we're gonna go for our first test session. Alright, so just did my first practice session. Yeah, the car is still here in one piece. It feels good. It feels good. All the changes with the suspension, with the camber. I prefer this, by the way, because the car feels a lot more steady in the straight lines, and I don't feel like there is any understeer at all. So maybe some of you would say that, oh, you still need to increase camber, but for now, I'm happy how it handles, and I want to learn the car how it is. And actually, funny enough, last night I didn't film any of this. We checked all the tow-in settings, and the fronts were actually 6mm towing in. So no wonder why it handles so bad at Donington Park. So we basically brought it all out. So for those of you who are asking me what settings I use, right now it has a tow out of 1mm on each side, so 2mm in total, 2.6 camber, and car start, I can't remember, but it's something like 4.7 or something like that. The rear is pretty parallel with a tiny bit of tow-in like you want. We didn't really touch it because obviously you need shifts and you need to take the whole hub and brakes, everything when you want to do it. Power-wise, I was running like 4 clicks of the top power, but I think I need to raise that. The push to pass button works and it's noticeable. Once you press it, it really just wants to go. So that's quite enjoyable. The oil temperatures definitely went up. I've seen 110 degrees, which is still within sort of reason, but it means that the car is working a lot cleaner, heating everything up a bit more. Coolant stayed 87, 89, so well under 90, so that's all good. So we have a little bit of time, and what I'm gonna do, and Kyle from T89, the guy who produced and designed this wing, by the way, I'll leave a link, a cheeky link in the description. If you want a custom wing like that, go to his website, find him on social media. He has many different sizes. I think this one is 230mm cord, that's 330, 440, whatever, full custom. So, what I reckon I can do, I can get longer mounts like this, if you can see. So they're 2" longer, meaning I'll have better leverage on the wing itself. So it's going to be spaced out a bit further out. As you can see, there's plenty of space I can work. So the hope is that it will give me more leverage, so it will give me more downforce, and we can reduce drag by actually physically reducing the attack angle. So it will be less drag, same downforce, theoretically. So yeah, let's do that and then look through some data logs and get ready for session 2. It's literally a spider just crawled out. Yeah, look at that! There was a little spider living in my mouth. So yeah, 2 inches out, giving more leverage, reduce the angle of attack. So theoretically, I should be getting the same downforce with less drag. Only way to find out is to go out and test it, but it looks much better now because you can see how this is more in line. Because before it was a bit weird, it was just like stuck sort of inwards.
Moments later.
Having 3 people inside your car with some kind of sensor checking devices only means one thing: something is broken. Yeah, it's nothing serious. Basically, the brake light is not working, and we thinking it's the brake light switch because it's basically bolted. It's like one of those small aftermarket ones. It's bolted onto the cylinder, and it's not registering anything. We checked the wiring coming after it, where there's a plug, so it's all good. So we know it's not a wiring harness. So most likely it's just a sensor. It's not ideal, if I'm brutally honest, not to have brake lights at a circuit, because people would need to know when I'm braking and going into a corner. So Eddie's just checking to see if we need to go and find one.
20 minutes later.
Alright, about to go for session number 2. It's the second practice. Nothing changed. I mean, come on, if Carlsberg made racing days, or racing mates, or racing supporters, that's what it would be. Yeah, thank you. I mean, look, homemade. Anyways, just did a second practice session. I can feel there is more downforce by having longer rear things, so much so that it actually slightly bent the push rod. I think I've beat my personal time again by about a second. There's still plenty to be had, so I've left quite a bit on the table for qualifying as usual and for the final. So hopefully I can improve again, and yeah, we can show these guys what this little Clio is made of. So not much to report. As you can see, I'm all kitted up again, ready to go for qualifying session number 3. There's a red flag again, so we're kind of waiting. So in about 5 to 7 minutes, time to put a helmet on and go out for another maiden voyage. Yeah, didn't really do much with the car. Basically, more petrol, torque settings on the wheels, tire pressures, checked everything, checked for leaks. Yeah, so far so good. Let's see what we can do. Like I said, 17.3 is my personal best so far. Optimal says 16 something, so I need to get into 16s in the next session. Hopefully I can do that. Oh yes, very happy how the qualifying went. I bettered my time even more, so I'm literally 1 minute 16 seconds 03 something, so 16 seconds flat. Why do I always start talking when the bloody TCR start running? Anyways, amazing. I went one more click up the boost. I still have a little bit more, but I don't think I'll use it because the push to buzz button works absolute wonders. So I basically just use it on straights, and you can actually feel it almost like having NAS. So it's good, and it's all really controllable on the boost setting, and it almost felt like the car was more alive, almost like it was like, I need this boost. I don't want to work at 15, 16 PSI, I need around 20. So it's fantastic. So yeah, really not doing anything, just putting a little bit more fuel. Eddie is trying his best to sort of dosage me. He was like, no, 17 is enough because you've used 12 and blah, blah, blah. I just don't feel comfortable running so little on fuel. And actually, that's a probably good question. Some of you guys who run custom tanks with baffles or foam, is it a good idea to run a little bit extra fuel so your fuel actually cools your pumps because the pumps are submerged in it? Or it's okay to actually run those aftermarket pumps completely dry and basically suck whatever the fuel? Let me know in the comments. I'm actually really curious whether because I know exactly how much it uses per 15 minutes. So I can literally just put just enough, but never felt comfortable. Anyways, I think there's some bad news from Mike Taylor and RuskiWeldFab. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna go and check it out and see what happened with their cars. But yeah, getting ready for the final.
1 hour later.
All right, this is it, guys. Final is upon us. So this is where we show what the boys are made of. I'm sorry, a little bit tired. I'm cracking jokes which are not really Anyways, yeah, just put a bit more fuel, did nothing else. I am very happy how the car handled in the last round. So I'm not gonna up the power, we didn't change the tire pressures, we didn't do anything. So literally the same as it was running in qualifying, and I'm already beating Dave, fast Dave from Facebook. So yeah, just put all the cameras so we can catch all the action, and let's just get this. Survived, and guess what? It's gonna drive by itself on a trailer, so that's the best result. But also I have to announce that I did 14.8. It has been disallowed, so I can't officially boast about it. I'll probably will, but yeah, official time 15.2, which is enough to give me number 4 on the podium. So that's why I'm holding a pretend cup for number 4, and 8 pockets in my back. 8 points in my back pocket for the full championship. It's fine. I mean, all of those guys totally deserve it. I mean, Darren Spooner again blistered with 13.8 or something like that. So I'm quite consistently a second or so slower behind him, which is to be expected. But yeah, enjoyed it a lot. Again, the car survived, did not overheat. No oil droppings. We've dialed the suspension pretty well, so definitely happy how it works. Eddie did a fantastic job, so thank him again for all of his sort of tinkering under the car with the settings on the front and rear suspension. Rob, as always, the guy who's filming, has been great, torquing all the wheels and checking tire pressures and doing some of the drive-bys you've probably seen in this video. Tony, his son. I'm going into those. I would like to thank my mom and my family for believing in me. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been great. I'm improving every single time I'm out with time attack with this car, so that's probably the ultimate goal. We didn't win anything today officially, but who cares? We had a hell of a good time. The weather was fantastic, and yeah, hopefully next round at Brands Hatch we can further improve on our time and yeah, show some good results. And by the way, if you know a Clio that can go around Donington faster than, okay, let's say the official time 15.2, let me know. Drop something in the comments. Even if you have a link for those Cup cars back in 2005 that can sort of do it with sequential gearbox and slick tires, because as you know, I am building the fastest. I'm not claiming it's the fastest, I am building the fastest, so I'm striving to make it as fast, well, fastest. So yeah, if you know somebody, let me know. I'll try and beat their time. If not, then yeah, I can take Donington as this one is the fastest. Yes, I know it has a turbo. I am cheating. Anyways, enough chit chat, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.